Hi guys, today we're doing a beautiful Taiwanese tea from Dana. I think she sent this one to me also. It is a 2018 Fuding tea. I don't know what kind of white tea that is. I'll have to look it up. I know there's 4 categories of white tea, but I don't remember. So this is what the tea ball looks like. It weighed in at 4.7 grams. I'm going to use it in my 150 ml gaiwan that I got from Tea Farmer Lynn. It's one of my first pink ones that I got. I freaking love it. So we're going to go ahead and warm the gaiwan and teaware up, and then we'll see how the tea smells. Alright, so we got everything warmed up. Has a very woody kind of hay smell. It's hard to tell. It's so tightly compressed right now. Even though it's in a warm gaiwan, it's not giving me a whole lot. We'll see what it smells like as we open it up. We'll go ahead and do a first rinse. We'll do it as a slightly longer rinse, even though it'll take a lot for this to start to open up. It didn't open up at all. Smells good. Definitely has a sweet smell to it. Kind of grassy, kind of woodsy smelling. I'm not getting much from the tea liquor. Nothing from the gaiwan. Alright, so while my water was warming up, I was looking up the different types of white tea because I forget all of them. They have a moonlit white, silver needle white, white peony white, gong mei white, xiao mei. Those gong mei, xiao mei, and silver. And the white peony I know. I really don't know what they consider this Fuding white tea then. If you know what category of white tea that is, feel free to leave a comment and let me know, because now I'm curious. I'll have to look on the beautiful Taiwanese website and see if it says anything more about it. I enjoy learning. There's not a lot that I know. So we'll go ahead and let this steep for a little bit, and then we'll give our first taste. Alright, we're going to go ahead and decant the tea now. It's been steeping for several seconds. We'll see. This is what it looks like. It's pretty clear looking. Has a little bit of a tinge to it. The ball's starting to open up a little. We'll see what it tastes like. Gonna let it cool a little so I don't burn my tongue like I did yesterday. Has a very sweet smell to it. Want to smell it? Don't burn yourself, it's hot.
It does smell sweet.
I get honey. I smell honey. Don't burn yourself. Not getting much smell out of the Fairness cup yet. Wow, I'm really actually not getting any sweetness in the taste of this. Kind of surprises me. I'm not getting a lot of flavor at all though. It's not opened up much. I mean, there's a hint of a flavor, but it's not a sweet flavor and it's not grassy really. What do you think, Doug?
More of that woody kind of white.
I'm going to do a 45-second steep on the second one. We'll see if we can get the flavor to open up more. Alright, so we are into our second steep right now. I'm doing it for 45 seconds. We'll see if it has more flavor. First one didn't have a lot of flavor. I don't think it was sweet. Might have had a little woodsy taste to it. Alexa, stop. But it definitely wasn't overly strong. I set the timer for 45 seconds, so this is closer to a 50-second steep by the time I finish decanting it. The tea leaves are starting to open up more. Tea color is a little darker, so that gives us hope the flavor will probably open up more. It's looking good there. We'll go ahead and pour some and see what it tastes like. Beautiful Taiwanese Teas has an aged tea yin roasted tea cake that I really like, that I really want to buy a full tea cake of, but I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. But I love some of their tea yin teas. I know I'm saying that wrong. I apologize for anyone that knows the correct way to say it. But either way, they have two that I really like. Their new yearly ones, that's a roasted one. I've bought it a couple times. And then their, I think it's a 2008 or a 2009 pressed tea cake. That's a tea yin, and it's delicious. I've bought in samples of it a couple of times, and I hope to eventually buy a full cake of it. All that to say, Beautiful Taiwanese Teas has a lot of delicious teas. I like their Eight Immortal teas too. It's a dance song that they sell. It's pretty good. Oh, this one definitely has more flavor. I'm definitely getting the woody taste that I love a lot in a lot of my aged white teas. If I were to guess what this Fuding is, I'd say it's similar to the Xiao Mei white tea cake that I get from Pico and Petals. That is actually the first white tea that I had that made me start liking tea. That was the white tea. Up until then, I'd only had green leafed white teas, and I didn't like them at all. I honestly thought I didn't like white teas at all until I had the Xiao Mei from Pico and Petals, and then that made me realize that there are some white teas that are just delicious. I just have to find the right kinds. I'm enjoying this. It definitely has a sweeter aftertaste to it.
It's not bad.
No, it's not. It's not as good as our Thailand tea ball, though.
That's the gold standard right now.
There's a Thailand tea ball that we got from a tea friend, Colin, in the UK, and it was so good. We had to Facebook message this tea house in Thailand where this guy sells it, and then we had to Western Union him a payment. The whole thing was really sketchy, but we did end up getting the tea, and it is so delicious. We've ordered it. It was sketchy because it was out of the norm, but it was so delicious. We've ordered it twice. I think we have close to 800 grams of that tea. All right, so we're on the third steep now. I'm doing this one for 50 seconds on the timer, so it'll be about 55 seconds by the time I finish decanting it. I'm enjoying this tea so far. I would give it a, Alexa stop, probably a 3.8 out of 5. It's not a bad white tea. It's not as sweet as some that I've had, and I love my sweet teas, and that comes from my past of having nothing but sweet teas growing up. It was either sun-brewed tea that had a cup of sugar in it, or hot tea that had milk and sugar in it. That's just what I grew up on. So having natural teas like this, I tend to really enjoy the natural ones. So I like teas that are sweet. This is what it looks like after the third steep. It's opened up really nicely. That's again what the tea looks like. It has a really nice color to it now. We'll see what the third steep tastes like. There's so much action going on in this room with my family in here right now. And the mail came, and the dogs went nuts. I'm really liking the way the tea leaves look. That tea ball opened up really fast, so I'm impressed with that. Yeah, I just don't think this one is one of the sweeter white teas that we've had. I like it because it has that woody flavor, and I enjoy that tea flavor profile over floral and green grassy tastes. So this is up my alley. I don't know how much it cost. I'd have to see that to see if that would change or increase my star review on it. I typically determine my star reviews based on flavor, how many steeps I get out of it, and the cost. Just on the flavor alone, I would say 3.8. How many steeps I'm going to get out of it, I don't know. I would have thought I'd gotten a lot with it being a tight ball, but it unfurled pretty quickly. I'll be curious to see how many steeps I get out of it. That could increase it. If I get more than 8 steeps, then I'll be happy. And then I'll have to look and see how much the tea costs on their website. Beautiful Taiwanese Teas doesn't tend to be the cheapest, but they do have high quality tea, so it's usually worth the cost. Thanks for doing the tea with us.